Hey, what is going on, guys? T-Sports15 here, and today we have another episode of Toronto Blue Jays franchise here in MLB 13 to show. So we're going to start it off with a big trade. At the start, I thought I could get Trumbo for Encarnacion, but then I thought that Trumbo wouldn't be that good of a middle-of-the-order hitter, and we're trying to make the playoffs this year, so I decided to keep him out of the deal. So the deal is Nolan Arendo and Jason Vargas for Franklin Barrero and R.A. Dickey. So we got rid of R.A. Dickey and some B potential prospect from second base, and then we got Jason Vargas just so he can stick in the roster this year, so we don't have to pitch one of our big prospects. And we also picked up Nolan Arendo. And my big plan is that whenever we don't have enough money or something, we don't want to keep Zobrist at second base for some reason, we move Brett Laurie back to second down the line, and Arendo plays third base because he's going to turn out to be really good in 1, 2, 3 years maybe. So if you guys couldn't already tell, this is the Home Run Derby episode. I'm going to show the first round and the last round. We have Encarnacion and Bautista both in it, and they both do pretty well. So in the first round for both of them, I just show all the home runs and then the last out. But then in the last round, I do show every single thing, and it gets pretty interesting at the end. So stay tuned. It is a very long episode. It's about 20 minutes. So yeah, this is going to be quite a long commentary for me. There's not much to talk about because it's pretty much all the same. It's just home run after home run after home run. So yeah, we decided to keep Edwin Encarnacion. I don't want that $22 million contract. I think if we can, I'm gonna try and move Encarnacion in the offseason. Some targets that I'm looking for is to package him with a bunch of prospects, because we have extra prospects that we don't really need. We could potentially move Daniel Norris or maybe even Jameson Taillon, even though I really like Taillon. And we could also move either Puig or Myers, because in the future we're going to have excess of outfielders. But I think Puig is going to come in and DH, and then Myers is going to play left field eventually. But yeah, we'll find out. But the guys that I was trying to package Encarnacion for was Joey Votto. I think he would be a perfect fit for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's making I think he's making like 11 or 12 million dollars, so quite a bit less than Encarnacion. It'll save us a lot of money, and I think that would be a great option because he's Canadian. In real life, it'd be realistic for him to come here because he would want to come to Toronto, because he is Canadian, and he was born just outside. He played baseball just outside of Toronto for the Etobicoke Rangers or something. I can't remember. But yeah, so Encarnacion starting off his round pretty well. He's 10 outs. 11 home runs with 7 outs right there. So he's picking up the pace. Him and Bautista go neck for neck here in this first round. He's actually at the leading point soon. I think after this one he's tied for the lead with 12 home runs. So yeah, he's showing what he can do in his first home run derby. This is Bautista's second of his career. He played in it last year. So yeah, there is his 13th home run, so there's not really much to commentate in this. But yeah, so we got Bautista in this home run derby as well. His second home run derby of his career, and hopefully he can do well as well. The second round was really boring, so I decided not to include. So there goes Edwin Encarnacion's 10th out right there. He hit 13 home runs, and I'll bring up the stats right here, and you can see his spray chart. This is one little cool thing that MLB The Show does. He hit one opposite field, maybe even two, but Encarnacion mainly hits it to center field for some reason. In real life, he's more of a pull hitter, I would say. Bautista's way more of a pull hitter than Encarnacion by a mile, but he hit a bunch to center field, right field, and left field, I guess. So yeah, he hit 14 home runs. His longest was 471, and he is in the lead right now by 1 over Bryce Harper. So Bautista comes in. He's having a pretty decent year. He's up to 25 home runs. If both of these guys can get 50 home runs, That'd be so cool if we can have two guys on our team, maybe number 1 and 2 in home run lead, and both have 50 home runs. That'd be pretty cool. So Bautista starts off his round with a couple nice bombs to left center field and just dead center field. So now he's down. He's up to 1 out. And his longest has already topped Encarnacion, and he only has 3 home runs. So he's up to 474 for his longest. I think the longest I've ever hit is a 480. Just because whenever I only do online ones, because the offline ones are boring unless you're actually playing it in your league, like your franchise or something, or Road to the Show maybe. So yeah, whenever I do play them, you play it online, and it gets pretty boring because you have to. Everybody votes for the default one, which is City Field, because that's the All-Star Diamond this year. So yeah, everybody really picks that. And if you didn't notice, I skipped a big chunk of Jose Bautista's at bats here. He gets up to 20. He's at 17 home runs right now with 9 outs, and he hits another one there for his 18th. So yeah, you usually play at this diamond, and it's really hard to hit it far because the stands are like right in the way. So there's other diamonds such as, like, I'd say PNC. You can really hit it far if you play there, stuff like that. So we do get our 19th home run there, 3 in a row. Bautista's in the lead by a mile. He's definitely taking a hold of this. He really shouldn't have to hit too many in the second round, which I'm not going to show. After we're done this, I will explain what happened in the second round. So there's 5 in a row after that one, and that's his 21st. And I think the record was like 25 or something for the actual like home run derby. So yeah, he gets his 21st there, and his 10th out is actually going to come up next. And I'll start talking about what happens in the second round. So in the second round, Encarnacion had to hit like 5 to get to the final round, and he hit like 7 or something, so he made it into the next round. And Bautista, he had 21 home runs, and I think Bryce Harper ended up with like 20 over the first and second round. So Bautista didn't even need to swing. So I was getting really bored because I also had to play the All-Star game, which is going to come out on Sunday. Saturday, sorry, which is the next part. It's like on my schedule if you guys want to check that out in the description. So yeah, I was getting really bored, so I knew Bautista was already in the next round, so I just kept swinging and missing until he got to 9 outs, and I hit 1 home run with him, so he got up to 22. But Bautista had to go first because he had less home runs. So Bautista and Encarnacion are in the final round against each other. This is probably one of the first times ever that 2 guys had to go head to head from the same team. So Bautista goes first because he had 22 home runs. He had 21 in the first round, and then I totally screwed around until he had 9 outs. So he hit 1 in the second round. So here we go. Bautista hits his first pitch deep left field. So he gets off to a good start. And for the final round, I just left a straight long clip, so there's not going to be any fading out. It's going to show all the outs, all the home runs, everything, all that. And so buckle your seatbelt. We're in for a ride. We have about 12 minutes of straight footage from this game. And it's pretty boring to commentate over, but it should be entertaining for you guys. I know this is one of the biggest, like one of the most fun things of the year. So there we go, his 3rd home run of the round. And as you guys know, you probably do know. If you don't know, once you hit the 3rd round, all the stats are wiped off, and you restart. So because after the first round, you keep those stats and you add it to your second round. So it's not just like you totally light it up in the first round, and then in the second round just tank it, and then somebody else totally screws up in the first round, just makes his way into the second round by like 1 or 2 home runs, and then they just totally turn it up in the second round and they make it to the finals. It still could happen like that, but with this way, it works a lot better. So then once you hit the 3rd round, all the stats reset, and yeah, you're back to 0, and you're just going head to head with so you can hit the most home runs out of 10 outs. So here we go. There is Bautista's 7th, and he only has 1 out, but soon he does hit like a little cold streak right here. And his longest right now is a 478. He gets his second out there. And one thing about Bautista's first round was all my outs were like towering shots that just landed on the track. So that's pretty interesting. One in like the first round, that's what I'm talking about. Bautista, when he was up, he either hit the ball out of the park or it landed on the warning track. So he was really tearing it up. He maybe grounded out one or two, lined out like one maybe. So yeah, there's another lineup for Bautista. And the one thing that is really like interesting, I always think of this every time I'm doing home run derbies. Whenever you hit like a gapper and like it's really hard to hit a gapper in like the game. So once you hit it, when you hit like something into the gap, like it hits off the top of the wall in a home run derby, you get really mad. But if you had that in a game, I know it's BP and stuff, but if you had that happen in a game, that'd be a good thing to happen in a game, to hit like the top of the wall, get a couple bases. But here we go. He's already at 9 home runs with only 6 outs now. So his outs are kind of racking up, and the goal is for the last round is probably about 15. That's what I would like to get. But I'm competing against myself at this point because I'm controlling either guy. So either way I win, either way I lose. So it was pretty cool playing against myself in the final round. I would have rathered only having one guy in the home run derby. Would have taken a lot shorter time, a lot less time. I could have included a lot more footage. This would have been a shorter video. So yeah, there we go. He hits his 11th home run there. He has 3 outs left. And yeah, here's a little replay. This one makes it up into like the 3rd deck, and as you can see, this ballpark in left field, because we have 2 right-handed hitters, we were hitting it to deep left field all the time. And did I say 2 left-handed? I mean 2 right-handed. In right field, the stands go like straight up, so you can, once you hit it out there, if you were to hit it to the 1st deck or the 5th deck, it would be the same distance. So yeah, it's pretty weird the way this diamond is shaped. But we get our 8th out there. He's up to 13 home runs. His longest, neither of my guys have cracked the 480 barrier, I guess. And there goes an opposite field fly, and that one will hit off the track. So Bautista really has no opposite field power, so he's up to 13 home runs now, 9 outs, and he's going to get his 10th out there. So Edwin Encarnacion is going to come up. I'm controlling him as well. So all he has to do is get 13. He has to get 13 to tie it and 14 to win this. So he was at the advantage because he went 2nd, but Bautista's longest in that round was only 457, so he didn't tower many. The only way you can really tower shots in this ballpark is if you hit it to center field or maybe right field, but we had 2 right-handed hitters in this home run derby, so we weren't really gonna go opposite field pepper and see if we can take one out opposite field. We're gonna try and pull the ball as much as we can. So as you can see there, Edwin Encarnacion, over the first 2 rounds, he hit 27 home runs, and he hit 14 in the first round, so I believe so. That means he hit 13 in the second round. I didn't exactly know the number, but now we know it. I hit 14 in the first round and 13 in the second, and he's going to start off with 2 big flies in the 3rd round, and it's looking good because he only needs 12 more and he has 10 outs, and then he can beat Bautista. And this would be a pretty interesting matchup if this actually happened in real life. He hits 3 home runs straight there, and at this point I was really thinking that Edwin Encarnacion was going to blow him out. And there goes his 4th big fly of this round, 4 in a row. And they were all pretty much the same area. So now he only needs 10 more, and he has 10 outs. So that's a pretty even like ratio. 1 home run per out, and he has this home run derby 1. So he gets his first out there, hits another big fly there, and yeah. This is where I really thought that Edwin Encarnacion had this done. So he has 1 out right now, gets his 6th home run, and still with only 1 out, gets his 6th home run. And yeah, so we're also going to include the All-Star Game festivities. We did end up with 3 All-Stars, Edwin Encarnacion and Bautista, obviously, because everybody in the home run derby makes it to the All-Star Game. As well, we had Jose Reyes in the home run derby. Edwin Encarnacion was the only one of those 3 that wasn't a starter in the game. We had no pitchers in there, surprisingly. I thought Josh Johnson was going to make it. He's having a really good year. I think he has like a 2 point something ERA, and he's like 7-2 maybe. I really thought he was gonna make the All-Star game, but I guess something went wrong, malfunctioning, man, maybe. But we are still under 500, which really sucks. We are falling out of that wild card race. The wild card is pretty much our only hope to make it, and I think it'd be pretty cool if we could come back and make that. So Encarnacion has 8 outs left, and all he has to do is get 5 home runs to win this home run derby. But here's where he hits a cold streak. He gets his 3rd out there, back-to-back outs, and at this point I should have just taken a couple pitches, maybe do what they really do in real life, but he just kept slumping, gets his 4th out there, and here we go, gets his 5th out there, so that's like 4 outs in a row. And in real life, if anybody gets like 1 out or in a row, they would take like 5 pitches, but I think that I just get bored when I do that. So he has 4 outs to get 5 home runs to win it, or 4 home runs to tie it. He gets the first one out of those right there with a big fly to left field. So 3 more to tie it, 4 more to win it, and he has 4 outs. Gets another out there, so he has 3 outs left and 3 home runs to tie it. So he's going for the tie, at least, hopefully the win. So he has 2 outs left, and he has to get 3 home runs more. He takes this 1 yard to left field for his 11th. So he's closing in on the Bautista 20, no, the Bautista 13. So 3 more to win. He takes this one deep. Still has 2 outs left. At least needs to hit 1 more to tie it and send it to a sudden death thing where they do 5 swings. But he's going to take this one fouled back. So he has 1 out. He has to get 1 more home run to tie it and 2 more to win it. He takes this pitch. This is a bad pitch. Down and in, probably shouldn't have swung at that one, but it goes out. He has 1 more out. If he can hit a home run here, he has won the home run derby. You can see this replay here. This one hooks inside the foul pole, and it goes out for his 13th home run of this round. So 1 more home run, 1 more out, and he can win it. So here we go. He needs 1 more home run to win it, and he is going to take this one deep. It goes really far, but it stays in the ballpark. Off the crack of the bat, I thought that one was gone. I thought that was gone by a mile, but I guess it went off the end of the bat or something, and that one stays in the ballpark. So you can see his final round spray chart. It is tied right now, and Edwin Encarnacion and Jose Bautista are headed to 5 swing offs. So in this, it's not outs. If you do hit a home run, it counts as a swing. So you get 5 swings, and it's just see how many you can hit out. So Bautista's up first because he had the lower amount of home runs, I guess. So Bautista's up first, and they're headed to the tiebreaker. Both hit 13 home runs in the final round. And here he goes. His first swing is gone, and so as you can see, whenever this goes out, you can see the scoreboard right now. 1 home run, 1 swing. So he has 5 swings, and he has 1 home run right now. He takes a pitch there. That was one of the only pitches I've taken in this home run derby, but it was good timing. He takes the second swing. He takes that one out for his 2nd home run. So in these tiebreakers, it's usually the winner gets like 3 or 4, and no one usually gets 5 out of 5. But these are not that common. But he gets his 3rd home run there, so that's a really solid number for Bautista. And he takes another pitch there. It's the 2nd taken pitch by myself in this home run derby. So he has 2 more swings, and if he can get 5 for 5, Edwin Encarnacion, the best he can do is tie it up. But he grounds this one out, and he has 1 swing left. And if he can take this one out, it'd put a lot of pressure on Edwin Encarnacion, and he does. This one goes out left center field into the 3rd deck. So Edwin Encarnacion has to get 4 to tie it and 5 to win. That is a very challenging number to beat. So Encarnacion is going to come up with a chance to either tie it or win it. You can see Cano cheering both of them on for some reason. He was the guy that was there to cheer them both on. So you can see the spray charts there. He hit 4 to 5. Longest was 457. So Edwin Encarnacion is going to come up with a he needs 5 home runs to win, 4 to tie it, and he's not going to start off well. That one is his first out. He wastes his first out. He wastes his first swing without getting a home run, so he can only tie it now. And he's going to take this one deep. That one's going to go out to dead center field. That one's actually 480. That is his longest right now. That was a huge shot. And that's why they show this weird replay, because this one went out really far. You can see how far it went out there. I didn't show the end of the replay, so now his longest is 480. So now he has 3 swings left, and he has to get 3 out of 3 right here. This one is going to be taken deep, and it is gone. Just barely scaves over the wall. So he has 2 swings left. He has to get 2 home runs, and this pitch right here is going to be lined into center field for his last swing of this derby. Jose Bautista, the home run derby vet in this situation, does win the home run derby. Edwin Encarnacion, hopefully he can make it back next year, whether he's on the Blue Jays or not. But Jose Bautista getting his award right there, and we do win this home run derby right here. The Toronto Blue Jays at least win something this year. If we don't if we don't make the playoffs or anything, at least we can say we did win the home run derby, and we got second place as well. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. The All-Star game is going to be coming out on Saturday. So that's it for now, guys. Peace.